Hello everyone, welcome you all to today's revision class of class 8. My dear student, hope this video will be impactful, effective and fruitful for you all. Now please pay attention to what I am saying. Don't worry about the letters. Just have a clear understanding of the words what I am going to utter. Now let us move to the first chapter. I know the letters are very small, but it's a humble request to all of you, just listen what I am saying. So the first chapter is the best Christmas present in the world. So the best Christmas present in the world is a story by Michael Morpurgo, and in this story the author buys a roll-top table from a junk shop, and to restore it starts working on it on Christmas Eve. While repairing it, he finds a secret space in the last drawer. In that secret space was a small tin box. He finds a letter inside the tin box, written by Jim McPherson, a captain of the English army, to his wife Connie. It was a narration of an incident that took place on the battlefield in 1914 on Christmas Day. On that day, the German and the English soldiers were celebrating Christmas together, forgetting the rivalry between them, and also that they were at war. They shared wine and food, and also they played a football match and sang carols at night. The author took this letter to Mrs. McPherson to the hospital and gave her the best Christmas present in the world. Now let us move to the next chapter, The Ant and the Cricket, which is a beautiful poem. So here in this poem, The Ant and the Cricket is a fable in the form of poetry by Aesop. This poem is a story of a desperate and silly cricket and a miserly ant. The cricket would sing during the months of summer and spring, and he never ever stored food for the winters. In the winter season, he finds that there is no food to eat at home, and he was starving, and thus he went to the ant. He requested the ant to lend him some food and shelter, and the ant refused to help him and told him to pass the winter also by dancing and singing. So after saying this, the ant threw the crickets out of his house. Now let us move to the next poem, Geography Lesson. So the poem describes the poet's opinion of the land below when viewed from the sky. So the writer here is flying and he's trying to tell the entire scenario how it looks from a higher place. So he finds the earth the least attractive from above and continues going higher up. As the poet moves higher, he realizes that the country is full of cities and valleys. This made him realize that people are completely dependent on land and water for their existence. So at one point of time, the poet also realizes that there is more water on earth than land. He also understands that there are many boundaries on the earth that lead to hatred among people. Now, this is the next chapter. I know there is no heading, but I'll tell you, this is a chapter of Tsunami. So in Tsunami, Ignatius, the manager of a cooperative society, lost two of his children, wife and father-in-law, as he could not get alarmed by the tremor. So Sanjeev was a policeman. He jumped into the water to rescue his cook's wife, but they were both swept away. Both Meghna's and Alma's family were washed away. Both of them kept floating in the sea for days, and Meghna floated in the sea for 2 days holding on to a wooden door. And she was brought to the shore by a wave, fainted, and she woke up in a hospital, while Meghna was seen walking on the seashore in days, and Almas does not talk about the incident to anyone, and both of them were not noticed by relief helicopters. Now the next character was a British schoolgirl, Tilly Smith, was able to save many lives when the tsunami struck Phuket beach in Thailand. As she had seen the sea behaving in the same way in a video in her class of a tsunami that had hit the Haiwan Islands in 1946. So she had won a number of awards, and the tourists thanked Tilly and her geography lesson that had warned her. So before tsunami in India and Sri Lanka, wild and domestic animals fled to safety. Elephants ran for higher grounds, dogs refused to go outdoors, and flamingos abandoned their low-lying breeding areas as seemed to know what was about to happen. So as I told you, all the animals which live beneath the ground or under the ground or inside the ground, they are the one who knows the disturbance in the earth, and they used to come out of their burrows. So it is believed that animals either possess a sixth sense or have more acute hearing that helps them to hear or feel earth's vibration. Near about 150,000 people killed in tsunami in a dozen countries, but not many animals reported dead. So I hope all this synopsis of entire chapter would be more impactful, fruitful, and I hope you have understood it easily. So thank you all for watching my audio. If you have any queries, comments, feedback, do comment on my chat box. Thank you all.